and I can see his face already, and this I'm going to lose my shit. So, without further ado, James, if you would please. What the fuck is wrong with you? Your first names in tonight's Wisey Translator are not of the sports world. They are two names that are near and dear to our hearts because of our youth and their current outrage at the world. James, your first two names in tonight's Wisey Translator are Matt Parker and Trey Stone. Or Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Sorry.
I mean, when they're not winning Denslow Cups, and sucking fat out of Marlon Brando's ass, they're doing more against orange fuck nuggets than half of our government anymore, and they don't give a fuck, and I cannot wait for them to actually take aim at everybody over the course of the next few weeks.
Did you see what they did?
Oh, absolutely.
JD?
Who did not? Who did not see that? The fact that they also changed the profile picture to it.
When they turned him into tattoo, I was done.
Michael, your first
Yeah,
name in the Wisey Translator this evening. We're going to go back to the sports world here, and we know that the Brewers are the best team in all of baseball. The team that is the best in the American League um, is finally starting to get the production out of somebody that we thought really should have peaked a few years ago and is probably the biggest catalyst here of a second generation talent. And no, it's not the guy putting all the balls in the seats, out in the stands. Your first name tonight is Bichette.
If Jack Wilson's kid and Bobby Witt's kid weren't as good as they are, Bichette would be the best shortstop in the American League. He is so good. I've been a fan of Bichette since he came up. He has been so good. He's such a better player than his father.
And his dad was damn good too. The problem is that his dad always kind of got left behind, on those Coors Canaveral teams just because of everybody else that was loaded up around him.
Oh yeah, when you're in a lineup with Vinny Castilla, Andres Galarraga, Todd Helton, who else? Larry Walker. Dante Bichette still hit one of the longest home runs I've ever seen in my life. Up there, insanity. But Bo has been. Listen, if Vladdy is the face of the Toronto Blue Jays, Bo is 1A. He's been so good.
Would the comparison be a little bit off by saying if we were to equate it to your team and my team that Vlad is Jose Ramirez or Juan Soto for the power numbers, and Bo Bichette is very much Stephen Kwan and Lindor.
Sounds about right.
Because they're the stars, they're certainly not the highest paid, but they're certainly the most consistent.
Yes. So, James, your second name this evening is back in the sports world. And your second name in tonight's Wisey Translator is Cleveland Browns insider Tony Grossi. Now, I would like you to react about him getting called out on camera by a player.
As much as I've respected a lot of his reporting and stories over the years growing up, reading the Cleveland Plain Dealer, um, in the age of digital media and then crossover between print and radio, um, and the fact that Mary Kay Cabot has also gone into the Football Hall of Fame for her writing capabilities and everything. Uh, Grossi and Mary Kay Cabot have probably done just as much damage to the Cleveland Browns franchise with their reporting as Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry have in bad contracts and assembling the roster with the way that they run people out of town, basically slam guys who have absolutely no business being slammed, and then prop up, people that shouldn't even be there in the first place. Um, I do like a lot of Grossi's analytics and also his analysis when he's doing NFL roundtables uh, with Tony Rizzo and Aaron Goldhammer on Friday mornings during football season. Uh, with some of the access that he has, I think Mary Kay Cabot is an absolute farce of a reporter. I think she's a shill. I think she's a hack. At least Grossi will actually bring some numbers to back things up. But good on Shadur for calling him out. Now, the problem is that Shadur calling him out is not the issue. Shadur's now got to go out there the next two preseason games and then also at some point this season and not give Grossi more ammunition to keep firing bullets.
I think you and I both know with Grossi's track record the last 5 to 10 years, he's going to find bullets to fire no matter what. It's not the guy was still saying that Baker was a piece of trash when he was winning playoff games that no one else had done since 1999. Jimmy? I mean,
Michael, your final name in the Wisey Translator tonight, I'm actually going to stay with the letter B, and I'm going to actually kind of, go a little bit closer to home here for you for somebody that is your hometown WNBA team, and she's finally going to be making her return here in the next couple of weeks after a relatively significant injury, and hopefully help right the ship of the defending champions. And I'm talking about one Miss Breanna Stewart.
there's no better tandem in the league than her and Sabrina. If Breanna comes back and she gets it going and Sabrina stays hot like she has, it's a wrap. I think they go back to back. Yes, Minnesota's on a mission. However, you don't have two players to match up there. They are just a different animal as a tandem. And I love every second of it.
They need to get her back, and they need to get her back fast. Not even so much for the stretch drive, but they're also they're also very, very close to running the risk because they are mathematically tied with the Atlanta Dream right now. They want that home court through the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Very true. Very true. So she's got to come back and she's got to be productive right away. But like I said, when they get going, there is no better tandem in the WNBA right now.
Especially after Minnesota goes out and makes that big trade earlier this week. DeJounte Carrington, comes over, and then Carrington, 15 points today. Kayla McBride had 18 in that beat down to the Liberty this afternoon.
Yeah, they played them well, but again, when you have both ladies on the court at the same time, they just won a championship. There's a reason they won a title. And Sabrina being basically Sabrina Ionescu is Robin in that tandem. That's a pretty good Robin to have.